MLB trade rumor mill is going to start to churn out a whole lot of information before the July 31st deadline. And one of the moves that probably won't happen, I'd give it under a 1% chance, but is still extremely interesting, is that the Yankees have in fact called the Miami Marlins about Giancarlo Stanton. Now, when we talk about GMs calling other GMs, it happens all the time. I'm sure that Giancarlo Stanton is somebody that's on a lot of people's radar if he were to ever become available. So I'll read specifically. John Heyman of FanRag Sports reported that the Yankees called the Marlins to see if Stanton is available in a trade, just to see. But talks really haven't progressed. This will be up to the franchise's next owners, but there's reason to believe that Stanton may eventually be put on the block. If the Marlins with the Marlins to be sold soon, the new owners may want to clear the 10 years and $300 million still remaining on his contract. He does have an opt-out after the 2020 season, and the Yankees are one of the few ball clubs that can handle a contract like that. The Giants, Cardinals, and Phillies have also shown interest in Stanton too. So just for a second, if we think, first of all, there'd be crimes against humanity in terms of how baseballs are treated if Stanton, Bryce Harper, and Aaron Judge were all to line up on the same Yankees team. And I say Bryce Harper because it just seems like he'll be a great Yankee
impending
one day.
Free agent, yeah.
And Matt Harvey.
And Mike Trout.
And Mike Trout, why not?
And everybody.
True story, you play MLB The Show?
I have played.
Have you ever played
before,
MLB The Show? So it's like MLB The Show.
Great game.
15 or 16, it was a couple years ago, and I think it's always funny because I turn on trades are totally available. You can do like in the beginning of the season, and the first trade deadline in MLB The Show 15 or 16, Trout, Harper, all of them. I'm not even joking. Cliff Lee, whatever was remaining of him, you, Darvish, all go to the Yankees by midway through the season.
That computer GM Cashman, he's just
what the hell is this?
Moves.
And then in free agency, they're like, oh, we're going to introduce legends, and all of a sudden the Yankees also have Ted Williams. I'm going, this is not a fair system.
And Ken Griffey Jr. and
I'm sitting there with Jose Reyes and whatever was left of D right in MLB The Show 15 and the Mets payroll, and I'm like, we're gonna win the NL. So in this case, let's add Giancarlo Stanton to the super team. I think this is, I don't want to bring up a ridiculous trade rumor for it, but I think it's interesting to have the two freakishly hardest hitting home run guys since the steroid era.
Yep.
On one team in pinstripes. I mean, first of all, Giancarlo Stanton's a big dude, and he would look tiny next to Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Who would look tiny next to our new friend Jaheim Otis.
True.
In 8th grade. We just talked about in another clip. You can check him out too.
Household name, remember that.
Put him in pinstripes.
Otis.
Remember, the pinstripes makes you look taller.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes you look thinner, which is amazing for an 8th grader.
I don't know if that would help him, 286.
Do you think Stanton and his rough strikeout issues and his immense power is the right move for the Yankees if they were to bring him in? Or do you think it'll be more of a fan move to pull him in, if they could do it?
It's like you said, it would be extremely intriguing and amazing to watch if you had Stanton and Judge on the same team, because they're tied for the lead, right, in home runs this year. I think Stanton hit 2 or whatever to tie the lead. So
yeah, they're both going.
It obviously
nice race.
Fun to see, but I think this the article that you sent us for this, the Deadspin article, reiterated that the Yankees don't really need him. They have plenty of outfielders. They got a good young prospect, Clint Frazier, who's playing super well. They still have Jacoby Ellsbury, who just is hurt or just doesn't play. He's not playing well. Yeah, he's still there.
Does anybody know that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
Does
still
he
there.
know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got Brett Gardner, who's having a pretty good year as well.
Actually, Brett Gardner is an underrated player.
Yeah, he's a good, perfect leadoff guy, gets a lot of steals, good fielder. If they were to trade for Stanton, I'd imagine they'd try and move one of him or Judge to first base, because Judge is a good outfielder, don't get me wrong, but you're just, the injury concerns of putting a guy that big in the outfield.
Plus, you want to protect him.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, they are going to be huge free agency spenders, especially with the young roster they have right now. They're probably paying Judge not that much.
No, Judge's probably making nothing.
Yeah, so if they could go out,
he's on a rookie contract. He's probably making in the 100,000s, if not 1.1 million.
So if they go out and sign Bryce Harper, it's then you got Judge, Stanton, Harper. You can't even. It's gonna be hard to fill
get
those guys.
Harper. I mean, the thing with Harper that's nice for them is they don't have to give up any kind of assets or prospects. With Stanton, they'd have to ship Miami Clint Frazier.
And like you said, it's interesting because Miami might want to get rid of the contract, like you said, with the new ownership coming over.
It's a lot of money.
And they're getting older. They got Ozuna and all those guys. They're not going to get any younger. It's not like they can build particularly around Stanton.
$10 years, $295 million.
Oh, yeah, he signed that that $300 whatever
million deal. And the 2020 opt-out is a lot longer. It's a lot farther away than it seems, especially with a new ownership group. It just depends on what they want to do. And Jeff Loria, by the way, one of the worst human beings in sports, in the top 7 worst, with both Gilbert and Snyder in there, because just both are just bad owners.
And Dolan.
Dolan's in that category. Jeff Loria is in that category.
The question is, who will be the new owners, though?
Not DJ. Derek Jeter was thinking about it, but
it's Jeter and Jordan.
But are they actually
against Jeb Bush and Pitbull?
Wait, Pitbull's going to buy the Marlins?
Pitbull is on an investment team with Jeb Bush.
Mission Worldwide. Can you imagine?
Imagine that. Owning the Miami Marlins.
Can you imagine that like every walkout song in Marlins Park has to be a Pitbull song?
And like Stanton and Yankee Stadium, and that would just probably be unfair because, you know, I guess it caters more to lefties, but
the thing is like I'd take Aaron Judge or Bryce Harper over Giancarlo Stanton any world,
and you can find outfielders.
Right. It's the thing with Stanton is he's more of a fan favorite than anything else. I'm not trying to downplay his ability.
Oh, he's a special talent
on the field. It's just that when you look at what Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper can bring, they bring more of a 5-tool complete game than Stanton ever could, and they're more disciplined at the plate. Judge will get more disciplined at the plate over time. I mean, he's a big 6'7" dude with a swing from the Norse gods.
And just Stanton and Judge, they just make it look so easy. Just the ease of power that comes off the bat.
It really is.
He hit a shot the opposite field. It was just
so the thing I wanted to mention too is that you don't want other AL East teams to call for Stanton because this gets out and they start talking. You don't want like the Red Sox or I don't think it would be the Red Sox.
Imagine him.
But whatever turmoil the Blue Jays. Yeah, could you imagine
over the green monster?
I think he'd hit it through the monster.
Oh yeah.
If he hit the monster, just
a big hole.
Is that a home run? What is the rule?
Probably ground rule double or something. I don't know.
But is it? We've never seen it happen.
I don't think it's ever happened. Yeah.
I've always wanted to see the ground rule double that goes over the monster. I wanted to see like such a hard hit, like it's I don't know how it
takes out a light.
It hits like a rock or something maybe in the dirt and it goes and pops up over the monster. It's like it's a ground rule double. Yeah. It'd be amazing. All right, comment below. Do you think Giancarlo Stanton should be a Yankee or a Dodger or a Red Sox? Because there's not that many teams, I guess the Giants and the Cardinals, that will throw the $200-ish million left on his contract after 2020 or for a trade. It depends on who would make that move. Just thought it was interesting. I like the idea that the Yankees might be interested in a player like this because it means
the Yankees are always linked to these guys.
The rumors are starting.
And as we know, as
trades are coming.
As Mets fans, Bryce Harper has caused us much pain. But
I like Bryce Harper. I'm a weird person though.
Him on the Yankees, that's like perfect. He would absolutely love New York.